Once upon a time, in a small village surrounded by golden fields and gentle hills, there lived a young man named Arin. He was kind, hardworking, and full of dreams. But there was one thing Arin struggled with deeply: patience. He wanted everything to happen now. He wanted his crops to grow faster, his business to succeed sooner, and his dreams to come true immediately. Waiting made him restless. One day, as he sat outside his little hut looking at his half-grown crops, he sighed. Why does everything take so long? Why can't things just happen when I want them to? His old neighbor, Mr. Tao, a wise farmer with silver hair and gentle eyes, overheard him. He smiled and said, "Arin, come to my garden tomorrow morning. I'll show you something special." The next day, Arin went to Mr. Tao's garden. There were flowers of every color, trees heavy with fruit, and the air smelled sweet and calm. In the middle of the garden was a small bamboo plant, thin, green, and barely a foot tall. Mr. Tao pointed to it and said, "I planted this bamboo 5 years ago." Arin looked surprised. 5 years, but it's still so small." Mr. Tao chuckled. "Ah, that's what most people think. For 5 years, I watered this plant every single day. I gave it sunlight, I protected it from pests, and yet it barely grew above the ground. But beneath the soil, it was growing strong roots, deep and wide, preparing for what's to come." He paused, looking at Arin. Then, one day, when the time was right, it shot up over 60 feet tall in just 6 weeks. All those years, it wasn't doing nothing. It was building its foundation. Arin stood silently, watching the slender bamboo sway in the breeze. Mr. Tao continued, "Patience isn't about waiting and doing nothing. It's about trusting the process while doing your best every day. Just because you don't see growth doesn't mean it isn't happening." Those words sank deep into Arin's heart. From that day on, he changed. He woke up earlier, worked on his crops, and when progress seemed slow, he reminded himself, "The roots are growing." Months passed. Seasons changed. There were still days when the wind was harsh and the rain destroyed his seedlings. But Arin no longer complained. He replanted, rebuilt, and waited patiently. Years later, Arin's fields became the most fruitful in the village. His crops were strong, his farm flourished, and people came from far away to buy his produce. One afternoon, as Arin watched the sunset over his golden fields, he saw a young boy nearby kicking the dirt angrily. The boy said, "I've planted seeds for weeks and nothing's growing. It's useless." Arin smiled, walked over and placed a gentle hand on his shoulder. "Do you see those fields?" he asked. "They didn't look like this in the beginning. There was a time I almost gave up too." He then picked up a small bamboo shoot from his garden and planted it beside the boy. "This," he said, "is bamboo. It may look small now, but one day it will reach the sky. If you water it, protect it, and have patience, and you'll see a miracle." The boy looked up, curious. "How long will it take?" Arin smiled softly. "As long as it needs to. But when it grows, you'll understand why waiting was worth it." The boy nodded slowly. For the first time, he smiled. And in that moment, Arin realized something powerful. Patience doesn't just change what you get. It changes who you become. Because patience teaches you faith, resilience, and gratitude. It turns frustration into growth, and waiting into wisdom. The beauty of patience is that it transforms the journey itself into something meaningful, something beautiful. Years later, when people spoke of Arin, they didn't just remember him as a successful farmer. They remembered him as the man who taught an entire village the art of patience. And in every garden where bamboo grew tall, they saw a reminder of his story. A story that whispered, "Everything beautiful takes time. Trust the process. Keep watering your dreams." Moral of the story: patience isn't the ability to wait, it's how you behave while waiting. The most meaningful things in life take time, and every moment you spend growing silently beneath the surface prepares you for the day you finally rise tall, like the bamboo.